Come along with us. Joel and I are delivering all of the goods that you donated. It was amazing. I cannot believe how much was donated on Thursday and Friday that we were able to get down to North Carolina. It wasn't quite what we expected, but the good Lord can work in mysterious ways, and we were able to benefit so many people, and it was because of the generosity of you. Our partners with Lake James Christian Camp are amazing, and they're the ones that spearheaded this project, but those plans changed a little bit too. Originally, we were going to collect the items, and we thought they were going to be picked up Saturday morning. Well, it ended up that they filled up all their trailers and all of their trucks and wasn't able to take what we had collected. We knew this still had to get to the people because that was what was important. It really did not matter what we thought or if we were going to be late or anything else. Wednesday was just too late for how quick we knew this needed to get down. We also were going to go to Tennessee and drop it off at a Christian camp on the state line, and then they were going to take it from there into North Carolina. However, that didn't work out either because they were overwhelmed, from my understanding. So I contacted my brother who lives in North Carolina, and he connected us with a church down there in Transylvania County. And Transylvania County is on the southwest side of North Carolina, not too far from the Georgia line, not all that far from Cherokee or Asheville. It's fairly close. We got to see all of that. We saw quite a bit of the destruction. We did not see it where it was really bad, such as Chimney Rock. The maps had obviously directed us around. We would have left on Saturday morning, but I had already committed to the Live Oak Cemetery Walk and also to the Woodburn Christian Children's Home auction that was at Woodland High School. So we had everything packed and ready, and we left from the auction that night. We took US 30 down to 224 and then over to 127, to 33 and then to I-75. And from I-75 we took that all the way to Buc-ee's in Richmond, and then we completed our trek for the evening down to just south of Corbin, where we have some property there with our RV, and we were able to stay there for the night and get a good rest. Then we picked up early the next morning, and you can see right here what it looks like. It's beautiful down there in these mountains. I don't know what it is, but I do like driving videos. They are just peaceful. I don't have to worry about handling a steering wheel or anything else. I can just kind of watch things go by. For some reason, it's really relaxing. At this point in time, we're about ready to get back on I-75, and when we do that, we head south. The people down south are really nice. I want to show you an interaction we had while driving.
Are y'all headed down to second stuff?
Yeah, we're heading to North Carolina.
We'll pray for you, okay?
Yep, thank you. Thank you. Surprisingly, there was a lot of encouragement like this. We then go through Knoxville, and that is when we start hitting in a congested area around Sevierville. We picked up Buc-ee's again because I was not wanting to go below a half a tank in places that I didn't know if I could get fuel. So we stopped at Knoxville. No, that's not right. We stopped at Sevierville before we continued on our trip. This lady right in front of us, she asked us if we could help her with her car a little bit, and we were able to. Sometimes you don't have the right tools, but in this case, we were able to help her and get her on her way too. After a brief restroom break, we were on our way once again. I did not realize that Sevierville seemed like it was the Las Vegas Strip. There is so much going on there, from buildings that were built upside down to Ferris wheels and just tons of stuff. No clue what this was like. And the traffic was a little heavier than I thought, especially on the left side. I'm glad I wasn't on that side. I think what surprised me the most was that Google Maps took us through the Great Smoky Mountain National Park instead of taking us along another road, but I guess this is what was open. The other roads had been closed off, washed out, or something, and we got to take a 45-foot rig through the park. Some semi-trucks we saw trying to go through, and they were stopped. There's no way they could have made it through the tunnels. I cannot complain though. It was a beautiful drive the whole time. Going through this park, we got to see some things I hadn't seen before. In fact, I don't think I've been on this road before. The Great Smoky Mountain National Park receives over 13 million visitors each year, and I'm not sure that it's even counting the people on this road because it's a pass-through to get to different places. Now we arrive in Cherokee, North Carolina. It's on the other side of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. You can't really see it, but on the signs, they have both English and, I guess, the Cherokee language. All of these roads were flooded before we got down here, and you can see some of the residual on the sides. You can see the roads are muddy, and they were just recently cleaned off. There's logs all over the place. You can see right there. I think the number one vehicle that we saw were power line trucks. They were from all over. Kentucky, Ohio, even Florida, all over. Power line trucks were there. We would see regularly power lines going across the road where we would actually have to drive over them. Since the previous car had made it through, we figured it must be okay that they're down.
You have arrived.
We pull into the church here, and on the right you can see where their storage facility is down in the valley. On the left you can see where the church is, just a small one over here, but they had people coming in and out all day, and they were prepared for people.
How y'all doing? Good. All right, how can we direct you?
Well, I'm scheduled between 1 and 5 to drop this load off.
Okay.
So you tell me where to direct me. I'm Bryce Steiner, and my brother kind of got me connected here.
Okay.
He lives in Transylvania County, and we're from Ohio.
Nice. Well, I appreciate y'all coming. I really do. So what I'm gonna need you to do is, if you get back out on the highway here, you go to this light, turn right, and then right after the gas station is immediate right on the old Hendersonville Highway.
Okay.
You're gonna run down, probably see a traffic.
We made it down here. We're south of Asheville just a little bit. We ended up going all the way into North Carolina, and there's a lot of trees down here. A lot of roads still closed. Joel's unstrapping everything now. Here we go. After about an hour or so of getting everything situated and then waiting in line to get unloaded, we were on our way back to Ohio. We were not able to stop and see my brother, who was only a couple miles away, but being over the mountain, it would have been more like an extra hour, and we still needed to get back for work on Monday morning. We ended up making this whole trip, leaving Saturday night and getting back early Monday morning, about 3 a.m. And none of this would have been possible without you guys. I can tell you that they were so grateful, and we just love to know that our community is willing to help others in need. Our churches, our people, we're very glad. So I thank all of you who contributed to make this possible. Those who contributed money for fuel, those who did the canned goods. We had just enough. On Friday morning, I was praying that, Lord, we'd be able to fill up the truck and the trailer, and at the same time, not be so full that we couldn't take it all down. And it seemed like it worked out just perfect. So thank you very much. The Lord has answered prayers. And on this day, we can see so much of what he's done for us and the community that we as Christians share with each other. Driving through this part of the country just gives you a sense of the ruggedness that our ancestors had to go through. I know there are many people around Paulding County that came from the South. I myself, I don't believe of one of them, but that doesn't mean I can't enjoy it also. While we were coming up here on the park, we saw some elk. First time I've ever seen them in my life, and here's a couple of pictures of them that I want to share with you. If you have not been through the Great Smoky Mountain National Park or anywhere down there, make a trip. It is just beautiful. This time of year that we're coming up on is going to be just amazing. And if you want to serve down in North Carolina and Tennessee and Georgia, they still need lots of help. I hope you enjoyed this adventure that you all made possible, because without you, there wouldn't have been anything to take down to all the hurricane victims, and I'm glad we were able to do that. It was a long haul, and it was only about 32 hours total, but it was still great. Thank you very much.